Nunca he visto ningún pájaro.
Literal, son iba a decir un cuervo y no es un cuervo, se me olvidó el nombre. Un chango, en Puerto Rico les decimos chango. Salimos y cuando entramos había un sol brutal, hacía calor, no había nubes. En cuestión de 30 minutos cambió, hay nubes, hay truenos.
Y eso se supone que sea verano.
Vamos a ir sacando esto por si acaso.
Mira, aquí hay un simulador.
Pero todo tiene.
Me gusta cómo esta gente está ambientizada desde la entrada con la música y todas las jodiendas. Entramos aquí. Vamos a ver un documental de la Tierra. Estamos ubicándonos. Esto es un documental de diversos lugares extremos de la Tierra. Kiki va a disfrutar este documental.
No.
Naini va a disfrutar este documental.
No.
Yo voy a disfrutar este documental.
No.
Sí.
Bueno, acabamos de ir. Y eso fue como algo, como una película, como uno viaja el mundo.
Sí.
Como si estuviésemos en un avión o algo así.
Y ahora estamos en un bote.
Y ahora estamos en un bote.
Sí.
El otro no lo pude grabar porque era como un cine. Y te subes como una... Se elevan, es una cosa bien loca después.
Welcome to a voyage of the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life.
Mira, tienes que sentarte, bebé. Mira, lavada.
Beneath the surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet.
¿Verdad? Sí, qué lindo. Wow, yo no sabía que los Texas eran parte de la naturaleza.
Sí, es como que está muy curioso ahí, es como que...
One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives.
No puedo creer que haya una persona como...
Ah, como un cocodrilo.
Mami, ¿quieres cambiar?
In the desert, nature has created a very different and no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm.
Son como ardillas. Son algo, un animal.
Marmota, es que se llama.
Yo creo que es
marmota.
Mira, unos gallos, una Oh, that's nice.
Ah, ese es el restaurante.
Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In
Mira,
our
un
search for
titío.
more efficient ways to grow food, we often
Sí, tío, te
fail to
escucha.
realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
Me encanta esto, de verdad, me encanta.
In the farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on sand. In Japan, we learned that by mixing leaves and other living materials into our soil, we can make farmland more fertile without the need for chemicals. Here at EPCO, we're learning
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times.
Esto sí, esto sí.
Esto es dentro de la...
Ah, estamos dentro de la bola, de la cosa esa.
Estamos dentro de la bola.
Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from EPCO and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to
Metan la
the
mano, Ricky,
greatest
papi.
diversity of
Ricardo,
plants
saca la
on
mano.
the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
No había el dragonfly.
Son pequeños.
Y huele. Mira los plátanos. Casi como que todo.
Plátano, plátano. Nosotros tenemos esos árboles. Pequeños.
¿Esto está en casa?
Lo sé.
Eso es guineo. Que en
No
casa,
dice.
que de hecho en casa hay par de matitas de
Y Rocco tumba uno.
creo que tumbo uno. De hecho.
When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources.
Estos mismos, negra. Mira, negra. Estos están ahí también. Esos son peces gatos, negra. Esos son peces gatos, lo mismo que está acá.
While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area.
Esto es paraíso para coco.
Esto es un paraíso para coco.
Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, EPCO scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants. These greenhouses represent just a fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce bountiful harvests for our growing population. Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their part to improve the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon. Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you've enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratories. If you'd like a closer look, then check out the Behind the Scenes walking tour. It's a chance for the whole family to get up close and personal with the plants and growing techniques in our laboratory. Please keep your hands and feet inside the boat and remain seated until the boat comes to a complete stop.
¿Te gustó, Kende?
Me gustó.
Ok, definitivamente aquí la hemos pasado muchísimo un poco mejor. Amaya, acá. Básicamente comimos. Llevamos casi todo el día y la tarde aquí. Así que estamos saliendo del primer parque o área temática. Y nos falta todavía, o sea, estamos empezando el parque. Todavía nos falta todo el parque. Pero ha sido cool el trayecto, así que ha valido la pena. La lluvia, como ayer, no nos ha impedido disfrutar. Así que pues, por aquí vamos. Aquí vamos a entrar a este mariposario. A ver qué tal. Mira, Naira. Ah, los capullos. Antes también uno veía tantas orugas y mariposas en Puerto Rico, no saben.
No puedes tocarlas, mi amor.
Eso es lo que ven.
Ahí se convierten en mariposas. Hay que ver si vemos una oruga por ahí.
Yo quiero un butterfly. Y después vamos a todo. Vamos a ir a todo. Todo el mundo va a ver lo que quiere ver. Mi amor, con calma. Vete, disfruta las butterflies.
Mariposa.
¡Tengo una! Se fue. Se lo fue a mirar la mariposa.
¿Qué es que tú dices, Naelia Sam?
Ah, DH.
Open.
¿Sabes quiénes son, verdad? El que coge a su hijo. Este tú no lo has visto, este es el de Flower. Aquel yo no sé quién es.
Él no salía en...
Este es el de los Ghostbusters. El actor que hace de los
Él es un
Ghostbusters.
científico.
No, esto obviamente es que en las películas de Disney él hizo un científico famoso que encoge a los niños. Encoge a sus hijos. Y este es que él hace como una plasticina, algo así, una baba que tiene vida. Este en verdad no sé quién es. Mira, Flower se llamaba la baba. No sé. Ese es el que encoge a su hijo. Esa es su oficina.
I'm Dr. Nigel Channing, Chairman of the Imagination Institute. Hello. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie-coochie-coo, and taste. Tastes like chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour. Our first stop is the sound lab. We'll begin by testing your hearing with a series of tones. Left ear, right ear. Left, right. What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello.
Who is this?
It's Figment.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't. It's over here. All aboard. Woo-hoo. Next up, imagination. For every sound your ears are hearing, 1,000 thoughts can start appearing, and each of us imagines different things. From just a sound, your mind has wings.
Continuing now, if I may, in a calm, scientific, conflict-free manner, the things we see with our eyes can control the eyes of the imagination. Let's begin by using the eye chart to test your vision. Now, all together, if you would please read line 3 and...
With F-I-G-F-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Follow the bouncing figment. One spark of light can light your fancy. Your mind sees more than what your eyes see. Your sense of sight can make your fancy fly. There's more to sight than meets the eye. Just turn your imagination loose.
Una mariposa gigante.
Our research shows that smells often trigger the imagination, especially when pleasant or familiar smells come to play. This is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll! Woohoo! You win one Santa! Of course, Doc. The nose knows.
One awful whiff can send you reeling. One lovely sniff can be appealing. Your mind may find what enters through your nose. That's how you tell a skunk is not a rose.
My open house right here.
Great idea. We'll go to my open house instead. It's much more fun. Right this way, everybody.
But what is going on? You're turning this entire open house upside down.
Upside down? Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day.
With just a spark of inspiration, I made my house an innovation. Imagination merely clouds around, makes down side up and upside down.
Now here's a real open house. Come on in. So, what do you think? Is it neat?
More than you can imagine.
Doc, it's exactly what I imagined. Imagination is a great open house.
Boss, imagination is just turning your thinking upside down. Come on, Fimmel, it's time to get back to the institute.
I know a shortcut.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. We all have sparks.
Imagination. That's how our minds create creations.
We set them free, and know what they can do. Those magic sparks from me and you.
I knew you'd get it, 'cause you have a wonderful imagination.
I do. Oh, yes. Thank you, Figment. So, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
Imagination, a dream can be a dream come true. With just that spark from me and you.
Is at the heart of all creation, right at the start of everything that's new. One little spark, right up for you. And now we invite you to set your imaginations free in the image works.
Hooray! Let's go play.
With just that spark from me and you.
One little spark of inspiration.
Whoa.